Today I bring back with another video, and this video topic is going to be the Resynced for Black Flag. This is not the old Black Flag, it is kind of like a new Black Flag of its remake version. So this Black Flag was released back in 2013, and the current Black Flag that you are seeing right now, it is recently released like a few months or 1 or 2 months ago, which is considered as a Resynced version or remake version. Now this remake culture was not even that massive before 2018, but after 2018 it became kind of like a culture. Why am I saying this? In 2018 the Capcom was released their most infamous series, which is the Resident Evil 2. Now this Resident Evil 2 remake was considered one of the best remake ever done, and people who actually think remake as a remastered version where the game is actually the same as before, but you are going to have some here and there little bit of a graphical improvements, nothing QKL update are going to be added there. That kind of things was somewhat of a mix between the remake and also the remastered. But when the Capcom did the outrageous things which most of the developer could not even do it, they set the standard what a remake should be in the first place, which is somewhat of a starting to make some other companies to remake their old games into the recent one, and this Resynced Resync is somewhat of a result of it. I don't know why they just totally remake the game which does not even required in the first place. Resynced for Black Flag released in back in 2013, and even to this day if you just play it the original version without the Resync version, the game is actually looking so much gorgeous even to this day. But Resync somewhat of a added cherry on the top, which is most of the people don't even need it in the first place. If they really want to bring back some old Assassin's Creed series, I would suggest them to go for the Ezio trilogy and also some Alter trilogy if they really wanted to do it, especially the Resynced 1, which was released back in 2007 and kind of like a start of the whole franchise. Now this Resync is not even somewhat of a cheap remake. You can even have a total full of a different gameplay from the Resynced 2013 version. Why am I saying this? Because in 2013 version, most of the combat that you are going to be dealing with here, which is somewhat of a casual gameplay, doing some counter attacks just like the Sleeping Dogs or Batman types of styles, and you are going to do a lots of chain combos and also some other cinematic things. But that kind of things not even going to be long lasted for a very much of a long time. You might even get bored way too much quickly, and for that reason the Ubisoft are somewhat of adding the RPG mechanics and also adding the HP bar towards some certain enemies. When the enemies are in a 0 HP or near to death situation, they are going to activate their most rageous mode, and in those mode their attack and also damage are also going to be increased. So you have to be adapt with the environment to do some certain combo mechanics. Now it is actually way too much rewarding. I already played this game with a little bit of a times right now, so I already get a grasp that if you just somehow do the parry perfectly, you are going to be rewarded as highly as possible. You know what I'm trying to say here. So this kind of RPG mechanics was not even Resynced signature move. They added these types of stuff since the origin release in back in 2017. After that, each and every Resynced, whenever they actually release, they added the RPG mechanics and also some skill tree mechanics to make the players engage with it, not even some bored too much quickly with some random action moment, which before the origins was actually happening here and there. Anyway, that's all for this. I'm not going to drag the video long enough. So let's see the settings. So for the settings in the video section, this is the most important part that you have to do, because I already spent almost like 30 minutes to maximize this game to have a good quality and also getting a 30 constant FPS. All you have to do is just make this game with a 720p, since this game is actually going to be allow your lower your resolution from your native resolution. See, especially if you do have a 1080p resolution, this game won't even force you to play 1080p resolution just like other games such as the Halo campaign Evolved, Wuthering Waves, and also the Beast of Reincarnation. If you already saw my other videos on my channel, you know what I'm trying to say here. So these games actually allow you to lower your resolution, and I'm currently playing it is a 720p. And as you already know that from my other videos, I really hate to play a certain games, especially these types of story games, in a 720p version, since 720p does not even going to give you a quality. But this game playing on a 720p is way too much choppy, and getting a good amount of FPS is kind of like a dream for me. So I'm currently playing it with a 720p, and FPS limit, of course, it should be off. And for the use of dynamic resolution, these types of settings you should be off in the first place. Why am I saying this? Because these types of settings can allow you to have a random sharpness. You know what I'm trying to say here. Suppose the area where it does not even require the good amount of sharpness, they will totally reduce it, but when some certain moment where the sharpness is actually really required, they will enable it. It's kind of like a auto brightness in your mobile version. So these types of settings might even going to give you a influctuate of a FPS, where you might even see a 30 FPS sometimes, but some in later scenarios where the areas is not even demanding, you are going to hit like a 10 or 12 FPS. So disabling it is going to be your first priority if you are on this like a 5600 GT of a versions. Anyway, upscaler quality, now most of the people would actually put it into a FSR or like Intel XS. Of course, this Intel XESS is somewhat of a way too much suitable for your Intel GPUs and also Intel USD of a integrated GPUs. Since I'm not even an Intel user, I'm a Ryzen user, I should have used the AMD FSR, but you know that AMD FSR having the AMD's component is not even suitable for each other. I already tested it out, so I'm going to use the automatic things, not even use any of the like FSR scaling method, which is not even going to give me a 30 constant FPS. And for these settings, maximum dynamic resolution, you should be lower it as much as possible, which is a 20%, and resolution scales, I really tried it off with 100%, since if I just lower it down within having that 720p display, I guess the gameplay would be look so much choppy. So having a FPS constant, you might not even going to be experience what the game is actually trying to deliver to you. So you have to put it with a 70%, but if you are getting a much more lag on your configuration, then I guess you can totally move it down to a 50%, but I'm currently playing it with a 70%. It's kind of like a moderate to having a balanced gameplay FPS and also somewhat of a balanced gameplay quality. And for the frame generation, man, I already enable it to see that is this game is actually going to give me a boost FPS, but oh my god, it is not. Because when I enable it, the games looks way too much laggy, but my MSI Afterburner FPS meters were showing me somewhat of a 45-50 FPS, but my gameplay experience was so much choppy. I don't know. That is the reason why in my other videos, even to this video, I'm going to say it, don't enable it if you are somewhat of a really happy to see some fake FPS without getting anything at all in the practical use cases. So these are the things that you have to disable it if you really want to have an actual FPS on your configuration. Sharpness distance, since I'm playing it on my 720p and also lowering some other dynamic resolution, lowest amount of possible, I have to increase it with 100% to get a good quality. This, since it is a story game, having not a good quality, I guess you should not even be playing this game in the first place. But if your preference is somewhat of a difference than mine, you can totally move it to a 0, and also get a good chunk of FPS there. Anyway, since I'm a quality enjoyer, to sacrifice some 1 or 2 FPS, I'm going to make it 100%. And for the scalability, some other things are going to be remain. It's like ultra low. The game will actually give you the default settings, what is best for you. But there is one setting that you have to remove with the off, which is a ray tracing mode. Man, playing this game on a Vega 7 with 5600 GT is kind of like a huge deal. So enabling the ray tracing mode, somewhat of putting yourself do or die situation. Okay, that's all for this like a display and also graphics settings. Let's see the gameplay. Oh, so as you can see that I'm currently on a city, which is a much more dense area, and I'm hitting a 30 or 32 FPS. In some demanding area, I might be even hitting lower than 30 FPS. So getting a 30 FPS is not even that bad, and you are seeing so much of a choppy gameplay, man. That is the reason why I am setting it with the 720p and also with some 100 sharpness. I really tried to play this game on my 1080p resolution, but it didn't even give me a good chunk of FPS there. Okay, let me give you some combats and let's see how much of FPS I can even get in a engaging combats. Okay. Oh, that was I was talking about. Doing some good combos, you are going to have a rewarded of a takedowns. I missed that. My reaction time is so low, man. Oof. You see that, bro? I can't heal myself. Oh my god, I just totally die at that point. So embarrassing. Sorry man, to not show you the perfect gameplay sequence, but I'm going to do it anyway. I need to get used to the combos. That was the things what it was missing in the Black Flag original version, where all you have to do is just press a right or left key and you are going to off a good start with some good chain combo attacks, which is not even that rewarding. Man, what? Let's kill him. Ooh. Ooh. That was quite satisfying. What the fuck? I just clicked the dodge button, man. That was good one. Yes. You are nothing to me, man. You are nothing to me. You think you are some big headshot? You are not. Let's see. Or some other guys sitting around here. I'm going to kill them all. So during the engagement of a combat, I was hitting almost like a 28 to 20 FPS. Man, of course, man. Playing this game on Ryzen 5600 GT in 2026 versions, it's kind of like a very hard to much do it. I'm not going to do some counters. Yes. Let me kill you, man. Ooh. That was nice. Okay, let's see. Some combo here and there. Oh my god, I can do some Call of Duty sliding shit. This is the stealth problem in this current version, because in our original Resynced for Black Flag version, most of the times when I do some stealth or knockout things, it always going to be done with the hidden blade. And in this game they just totally limited the hidden blade, which is a signature move of a Resynced series. I don't know why they just totally do it. And I guess they just removed the key for the sorry, my bad. Eagle vision. What? I want to kill those guys, man. Anyway, let me give you some parkour shit. And the area was demanding so many obstacles there. That is the reason why am I getting a 26 or 27. But if you are just try to play this game on 1080p, man, you are going to be hit almost like a 22 or 20 FPS, which is not even a playable experience at all. And besides, I already upload the original games for this version, I'm talking about 2013 version in my channel, kind of like a few weeks ago. If you haven't even checked it out, you can totally check it out to see that can you even play 2013 games on your this 5600 GT of a Vega 7 combo or not. Man, I remember the scenes clearly in 2013s where I don't even have that much of a PC. What? I clicked the buttons. Let's see. The counter was good, but I don't know why it is not even that much of a quick responsive. Okay. Woohoo! You see that, bro? Woohoo! Do some combo chain. Damn, man, that was kind of good. Let's do some parkour. Parkour. Havana. And another thing is that when the Resynced was in a beta testing, they just leaked some footage to give us an idea that how the Resynced is actually been playing off. And in that time there was a kind of like controversy was happening with his parkour system. So you can see that when he jumps from one area to another area, It basically feels like his feet is evolved with some magnetic sheet, and it kind of like a stiff and somewhat of a superhuman strength. What I'm trying to say here. Let's see. I'm going to give you a. Where are you, man? Oh! I died second times. I remembered quite freshly enough when I tried to play 2013 version with my HD 5450. It was actually way too much hard, man. Oh, coming from schools and playing Resynced for Black Flag. Wow, man. Those were days. Those were days. So I guess that's all for this like a video. If you like it, leave a like. I hope that this video actually helps you to know that is this game is actually going to be run for your PC or not. So wait for the next video. Up until then, peace.